18 weeks of pain, fun, pain. We've got to where we wanted to get to. We're here.
Yes.
It's playoff time. These games matter. We're not talking about Jacksonville playing Indianapolis, for example. This big boy season.
It's big boy season, man. And the Colts, man, I'm so frustrated by them. But anyway, I'm so excited, man. This is playoff time now.
Finally.
Win or go home if you're not already home.
And there's only, I don't know, 5 teams, I think, that are legit to win it all. So that'll make this kind of easy. But picking spreads is what we do here at the Fumbling the Bag podcast. Like, subscribe, by the way. I didn't have any real picks last week, so Andre, I don't know how you did. It was bad, I know, for you. I went 10-6, 143, 127, and 2 on the year. That's a 54% clip, people. That would win me a lot of money in Vegas.
Overall, last week I went 6-10, 142, 143, and 6 for the year. Money picks. Last week I went 1-1. Thank you, Cincinnati, for messing that up for me. But I went 33, 28, and 2 for the year with my money picks.
Hell yeah.
So I'm happy.
Yeah.
And what about the mystery man? I know
he was 1-2 last week.
It's 1-2?
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know what his record. It was something good, though.
He went over 500.
Yeah, everyone's over 500 here. Money was made. We did good. But this is where all the real money can get made here, because there can be edges in these games. I still haven't really decided yet, but I think Andre's got me on one. He's going to talk me into it. But let's just go to the team that opens pretty much playoffs every single year. Houston Texans hosting the Los Angeles Chargers. 4:30 p.m. game on a Saturday. They are 3-point home dogs to the Chargers. And I think a big reason this number's this way is just public sentiment around them and the injuries they've succumbed to. It's bad. I mean, you lose Jimmy Ward, Stephon Diggs, Tank Dell. You got guys on the defensive and offensive line that are injured. You still got your stalwarts like your Anderson Jr., your Daniil Hunters, your Laramie Tunsil's. They're going to be out there, but they're weaker than normal.
They are. And I think DJ Stroud has he's lost a little bit of confidence.
Yeah, he's regressed.
A little bit. He has regressed. And I think a lot of that is because of the offensive line and the injuries. And losing Tank Dell and Stephon Diggs, man. I mean, those are his comfort blankets that he could go to. So
Nico Collins showed out a little bit last week, though, even though
he did.
Limited time.
And they're starting to get, they've always had chemistry, but he can go to that.
Yeah, Robert Woods is going to be the number 2 there.
Yeah.
I believe it's Xavier Hutchinson or something. It's like their third guy. It's bad. You got Dalton Schultz at tight end. It's going to be a lot of Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
And you look at the other side of the ball with J.K. Dobbins obviously being back. Lad McConkey, very, very solid guy. Going to be hard to cover, especially in that secondary that's, kind of beat up right now. But
it truly is, man.
They're showing up. I lean the Chargers here. I wouldn't bet this game. Like, not a chance.
This is one of my main bets for this playoff. Yeah, I feel good about the Chargers. I mean, their defense is ranked first in takeaways, you said, for scores, right?
They're the number 1 scoring defense.
Number 1 scoring defense. I mean, that says a lot to me. Plus, Justin Herbert is playing out of his mind right now. He's really had a really good season, and he's playing within the offense, which I like. Harbaugh is pushing all the right buttons to me. One thing about it, too, Chargers have covered the spread in each of the last 6 games as road faves.
As road faves, yep, I've seen that.
Now, I know this is the playoffs, so this is a different animal, but, yeah, everybody steps it up during the playoffs.
Don't the Chargers, have yet to win a playoff game with Herbert because they chargered last year? Was it 2 years ago or last year where they chargered?
It was, don't quote me on it, but the last playoff game they played,
it was bad against the Jags.
Yeah,
it doesn't get much
Jags
worse.
Of all people, too.
Yeah,
I got confidence in these guys. I like Jim Harbaugh's leadership. I thought I'd never say that.
Yeah, me either. I hate the guy, MSU guy here. So, yeah, I lean the Chargers. Am I super confident? No, it's probably one of my least confident picks of the slate. Anything else about this game you want the people to know?
Well, the Chargers are 12-5 ATS for the season.
They did cover.
That's pretty doggone good, man.
Houston didn't cover for shit.
No, they didn't.
And they almost didn't eclipse their season win total.
Right. Another thing I have on the Texans, they failed to cover the spread in, let's see, 6 postseason games as underdogs. They spread to cover. Hold on. They failed to cover the spread in 5 of their last 6 postseason games as underdogs.
Yeah.
Not good.
I don't know. I was looking at the line. I seen it at one point go to 2.5 again. I was a little worried about that. And, sometimes Vegas knows things. And AFC's very top down. Last couple of years, I believe 1 through 4 has gone forward.
Yeah.
It could very well be that way again. But we're betting numbers here. We're not betting winners. So
you got it at, it's at 3 now.
3, yeah. It's back to 3.
Damn it. I did have it at 2.5, but hey, I'll even take the 3. I feel that comfortable.
You're comfortable with it? Me?
I'm comfy. I'm sleeping like this.
Pass. The game I want to bet, though, is the next game. And this one's probably going to have, I'll probably have egg on my face by the end of it. And I got nothing against the Ravens or anything.
Mr. Unlimited.
It's his time.
Oh, my goodness.
He's going to show up.
Really?
Pickens is going to get a bomb or two this time.
Is he going to catch it? That's the question.
Yeah, he's going to catch it. He's going to catch these ones. You definitely have questions about Zay Flowers. He should be back, I believe is what people were the report is.
Yeah, I heard about that, yeah.
So he should play, be in full capacity, but it's still a good defense. These teams now have played each other. This will be the 3rd time they've played each other.
And they split right now.
And they split.
Yeah.
10 points in an NFL playoff game, I think, is just way too much, even though Steelers have been bad lately.
They have been.
Christmas Day was bad. I wouldn't attribute the Bengals loss to like being a crazy loss. You're playing a team in very, desperation mode.
Yeah.
They also lost to who else in the last 4? It's been bad. I think they lost to the Browns at one point. It's been bad.
Yeah, they did lose to the Browns. Cincy. Well, they lost the last 4 games.
Yeah,
so,
last 4
so
games.
Whichever last 4 games there was.
So whatever,
They're limping into the playoffs. One good thing about it, though, is, they played Baltimore really tough and really well. So 9.5 is a lot for, these the rivalry, division rivals.
Yeah, I got 10. I seen 10 on draft.
Seen 10?
So, yeah,
I would definitely take the 10. I was leaning Baltimore only because their defense is playing a lot better from the last time, Well, the second time that they played Pittsburgh, they demolished them at home.
Yeah, they ran. Yeah,
they ran through them.
It was turnovers that killed Russell Wilson in that game, though. He had 2 turnovers in the red zone. Though they score those 2 times, they cover the 6.5 or whatever it was in that game. I'm not too concerned about a regular season game, but it is time for Tomlin to chef something up, because I believe these guys haven't won a playoff game in like five goes now.
Yeah, I think it's been since 2016.
Yeah, it's been a while. But if you have any saving grace in the playoffs, they've beaten the Ravens like 5 of the last 6 playing them. So.
Yeah, I'm leaning. If I could get it at 9.5, I probably would go Baltimore. 10, I go Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
and the fact that if Zay Flowers plays and I can get that -9.5, I'd go Baltimore.
Fair.
No lie. But right now, it's kind of up in the air for me. That is a lot of points. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm kind of nervous about just totally taking Baltimore at 10. So I'm up in the air.
Up in the air. Yeah.
I'll let people know shortly.
Yeah, that's probably one I'm betting.
Okay.
I'll put that as probable, but I think you got me on Sunday. I think you've convinced me. You know where my money's officially going now. It's the Buffalo Bills. -8.5. They're gonna belt the ass these guys now. The more I think about it, just a superior team. Denver, great pesky defense. You're gonna have the number 1 team in sacks versus the number 1 team in sack avoidance. But it's Josh fucking Allen.
Yeah,
this guy is going to run it down. He's gonna play to win.
He's definitely going to play to win. Let me ask you though, what do you think about the coaching though? Gary, I was going to call him Gary Payton. Sean Payton. I mean, he's tried and true.
He's now, officially. Obviously, Mr. Unlimited wasn't his guy, but Bo Nix been pretty good.
Bo Nix has been awesome, man.
Offensive Rookie of the Year candidate. Can't say bad things about him. Look who he's throwing to. It's Cortland Sutton and Lil Jordan Humphrey and Troutman. And, it's not – what they have is a great offensive line. They have great guards.
Right.
A good center. Not the best tackles. That's really how they depend on their game, is getting those play actions and letting Bo run if there's nothing there.
Are you afraid that they'll be able to score on Buffalo with that defense that they have as well?
Oh, no. I think the Bills hold those. I think the Bills' defense is good. I don't know what people's, they've seen 2 games against the Rams and the Lions. Those are 2 of the best offenses in the league, in my opinion.
Touche.
You're going to give up 30 to 40 to those guys. That's just how I feel. Denver, I would be surprised if they give up more than 24.
Okay.
I'm sure their team total is around 20 and a half.
So what are you thinking? Like maybe a 20-10 game, 21?
Oh, no, it's going to be 35-10. They're about to ask these guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm with Buffalo all the way.
You've got me. This is the one I'm betting. Yeah. The more I think about it, it's rookie QB coming into hostile territory.
Man.
Josh Allen's had rest. Defense is rested up. You're going to get players back. You should have Rasul Douglas in there, Taron Johnson. They got guys all over the field. They might not be known, but they got guys all over that field.
Tons of depth, huh?
Depth.
Okay.
Offensive line, great.
I'm probably going to bet this too. I feel good about Buffalo covering this spread. It's at 8.5 right now. You think that goes up or down before kickoff?
9.5 at the highest.
Okay.
If it keeps going that way, it just shows you where the sentiment of Vegas is. They're afraid of the Bills covering this number.
Oh, really? Yes.
Or you got guys betting crazy alternate lines. These guys are going to win by 20. I mean, we've seen it at the Ralph all the time. These guys, besides the Patriots game, I think they've covered about every game at home. Obviously, there was a push or a loss depending on your Arizona bet, but I mean, I remember betting, or leaning with the Jets a couple weeks ago, and they whooped their ass. But that might be the most,
Jets,
that might be the most undisciplined team I've ever watched.
Well, the Jets played well. Their last game, they honestly played a good game.
They beat the Finns and Tyler Huntley. Congrats.
I mean, hey. They made the Finns think twice about their lives.
They're blowing it up. They're blowing it up in New York.
Tyreek Hill said, "I'm out of here."
Yeah, he said he's done. Yeah, they talked today. Actually, they said it was productive. So
okay,
he might be back.
They gave him a little bit more hush money, probably.
Yeah, Mr. Concussion. He's got to.
That's something that they won't have to deal with, man. They're gonna have to deal with Tua. Whatever. I mean, personally,
they already paid him. So.
True. But, I mean, moving forward, as far as the success of your team, I don't think he's your guy, honestly. I really just don't think he's your guy. They have already paid him, though, so they may be stuck with him. Now, if that's the case, I'd be a Tyreek Hill. I'd be like, man, I got to go. But no one told Tyreek Hill to sign with Miami either, though.
No, they gave him $100 million. He said, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so now he's just going to have to, deal with it, really.
Yeah, and he's a 9th-year vet. How much time do you think he has?
And that's probably what he's thinking about, too, though.
2-3 years?
Yeah. I would have never left that Kansas City situation. I think Kansas City would have paid him maybe comparable or close to what he's getting now.
Just depends on what you believe in, winning or money.
True.
Yeah,
I got Buffalo.
I'm going to make Buffalo best bet this week. That is,
okay.
I'm in.
All right.
And possibly Pittsburgh. But they're on my short list. Every other game, I'll be frank. Yeah, I like games, but I don't know if I like enough to bet them. Maybe if Buffalo wins, I'll bet one of these next 3.
Hey, I'm holding out for the Lions.
that too. Can't wait to see who they draw because, man, we get to watch
and
these
the spread.
Yeah, we get to watch these teams, beat each other up this week. So you hope we get a banged-up 7-seed Packers without Jordan Love or something.
That would be good.
You want one of those walkover games that a team, just, hey, they gave it all they had, they made it 1, I ain't making it 2.
It just feels good not to have the pressure of a wild card game, and injuries happen all the time. So now we know that at least Detroit can't get hurt this week. So you can just chill and see who you're going to play,
Kansas City's going to be on ice for 3 weeks, so we'll see what happens there, too. So
yeah, true.
Could be worrisome. Could be, just they're back to basics and back in the Super Bowl. So we'll see. We got 3 more games to cover, though. So 3 more games to cover. We will just go, in order here. We got Philly, Green Bay in the middle of the afternoon on Sunday afternoon. It's 4.5 as of now. I've seen some books lean 5 if you're really into Green Bay getting the points. I am not. I think the big question mark's Jalen Hurts, obviously.
Yes.
That concussion was 2 weeks ago. I don't know. I would say there ain't no fucking chance in hell he doesn't play.
It worries me because it's like you said, it's been 2.5 weeks maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Why haven't they cleared this guy? This must be more serious than we think. But I like to think that he'll play. Now, if he doesn't, I like Green Bay to cover this spread.
Yeah.
It's 4.5.
Yeah. And that's my reason for not wanting to touch it. I'm huge on Philly this week. Just that extra week. Those teams that got the rest, I think that's gonna make a big difference this week. Like getting that bye with your starters, basically, because some starters did play. Don't get me wrong, but just that extra rest. And this is the NFL. These guys get paid to kill each other.
Literally,
a week of you not killing each other probably best for you.
Oh yeah, man. I agree with that. This is a tricky game though. As we talked about, before the cameras start rolling.
Yep.
Christian Watson is out.
Whoever thought he was going to play.
ACL. Yeah.
Fucking morons. No Jair Alexander the rest of the year, obviously. You will have what's it called? Quay Walker's not playing either.
Okay.
So there is, depth issues at linebacker there. And you got Xavier McKinney at least. He's pretty good. So, but I don't think Jalen Hurts can be thrown like that. I think they're going to have a problem, running the ball. You do have the 7th best rush defense against like the 2nd best rushing offense. So that the game is going to be one in the trenches, as cliche as that is.
Yeah.
But again, did Saquon need the record? No. Did he need rest for this week? Abso-fucking-lutely. He's getting whatever his carry prop is this week. Smash it. and in the video I made by myself last week, I had to make one beforehand, and I wish I would have kept my train of thought because I did give a bet out on there that hit, and I was just like, Jahmyr Gibbs over 18 carries seems really good. He had 24.
You nailed that one.
Wish I would have bet it, but, you're sitting there speculating, and you're just like, you see these props, and you're like, there might be an edge there.
Right. Oh, yeah. And usually there is. I mean, you got to really look kind of deep sometimes, too. But most of the time, I mean, a lot of people have been doing better in props than, your side bets for the teams, So, hey, whatever, however you can win. Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, exactly.
I like I said, I got to see if and when Jalen Hurts plays. If he plays, I like Philly to demolish this 4.5.
Yeah, I just think the line leaning, going towards Philly's way is indicative that the books are confident that Hurts plays, unless there's just that much money on it. But I don't see it being that way. In the first matchup in Brazil, I believe we were all on Green Bay.
I was on Green Bay. I know for a fact I was on Green Bay.
I know. I think I didn't bet it. I put a TV stand together that night. A lot of pain. My back hurt a lot. I remember that shit.
It was a close game too. It was a really good game, and it was really close. Philly pulled it out. Mm-hmm. Philly's a better team.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'll tell you what though, I do like Green Bay's coaching though, better than Philly's coaching.
I think Sirianni gets a bad rep just because he's in Philly. They hate
maybe
the league's worst fans.
But he feels like a Philly. I don't know exactly where he's from, but he feels like a Philly guy to me. The way that he carries himself.
Oh yeah. They should eat that shit up too.
They should, yeah. But he's kind of a patsy too. I think they think he can be a little soft at times too.
I just think that's a franchise that's Super Bowl or bust every single year, and
no doubt
they're just gonna be under the microscope like that. So I got nothing against them. I think they win this game. If they lose this game, he's fired.
He's fired.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah.
They win this game, and he got another week before he might get fired.
Another week, huh?
Yeah. Not even kidding.
He's under the Ryan Day contract, huh?
Yeah, he's under the Ryan Day. That's a great analogy. Yeah.
We can move on.
All right, 2 games left. got my favorite team, my third favorite team playing, and you know this one I almost want to bet too. I love the Commanders this week. This is something I thought was very interesting. Washington gives up only the third least amount of passing yards a game in the league. I thought they were like dead fucking last.
Yeah.
Third.
That
St. Juice, obviously, he's not that bad. I didn't realize it.
That's damn good.
Yeah.
That is damn good, man.
Hopefully Lattimore plays. I don't even think he's played since he got traded.
He hasn't, I don't believe.
I don't think he's. Yeah, they're just like, we'll keep you for the playoffs. I hope he plays.
Hey, they'll probably need him. I like the Commanders to cover this spread too. I got it at 3. It's at 3.
3. Yeah, I seen 3.5's open. Went to 3.
I like the 3.5.
Yeah, I love the 3.5
for sure. I think they play Tampa Bay tough. If for some reason, I don't know. Mayfield is that guy though. I will say that, but I think this will be a close game though. I really do believe that. Yeah. What do you think about Daniels? How you think he'll do at his first playoff game?
It's gonna be the RG3 experience. We're getting that first win in like 5 goes, Washington fans. Oh, you got to think they haven't made playoffs in like 6-7 years now.
Okay.
Last time they made it was actually they made it 2 years ago. They won the division.
Yeah.
And they were like a 7-9 team.
Yeah. Hey, I can't say that they won't win this game outright. I mean, this game is up for grabs in my opinion.
And as a Lions fan, I love to see one of these teams go down.
Right.
Is in my opinion, I'd rather see Minnesota again, but I don't think you're seeing Minnesota. We'll talk about that game, but the big question marks in this Tampa Bay game is the status of Antoine Winfield Jr. I think they're saying leaning towards he's in. They're leaning towards Godwin being out, of course.
Okay. Yeah.
K. Dotton's leaning towards being back in. But I love that linebacking core in Washington too, with Luvu and Wagner. Sorry.
Yeah, they are really tough.
They're not bad.
They've had a really good season.
And
honestly.
We're hoping Jonathan Allen plays. I remember 3 weeks ago being like, oh, he's gonna play. He never started. So this might be the time he suits back up. So just being kind of at full health, full strength is gonna help you this time of year. I think they pull this one off, man. I really do. I'm very, very, very excited to watch this game because the Bucs have been, no shows at times.
They have. They really have. I mean, they've had their slew of injuries, but I thought that they would have a better season. They've had a little inconsistency going on. I still kind of dig them, but this is such a good matchup for Washington.
Yeah.
To come out with a dub. Like I said, I got them at +3.
Yeah, and
I don't know if I'm putting money on that, but
they proved they could beat their nemesis too, the Eagles. On the road. They beat the Eagles on the road. Yes, I know Hurts got injured in that game. I don't care.
Hey, it's part of the game, man.
Yeah. And you know what Tampa did to Philly the last few years?
Mm-hmm.
They haven't lost.
Right.
So,
I mean, we've watched the Commanders grow up like right in front of us, honestly, this whole season. So
I watch them all the time. They're usually train wreck. It's usually a bad team. They're good. They're really good. Jane Daniels. Whew,
now let me ask you before we move on to Let me ask you, do you think it's a result? Only a result of Jaden Daniels or some of the other things that they did during the offseason as well?
I think having Eckler's help. Eckler's supposed to come back too. Ooh. Eckler's been a good factor, yeah.
I forgot about Eckler, man.
A little bit of it all.
Wow.
A little bit of it all. They really secured the linebacking core in that front 7.
Right.
Obviously, after losing Sweat and other homeboy on that D-line. They've lost players considerably, but I like the addition of Lattimore too. If he plays,
that was a good pickup. If he plays, yeah,
because they were one of the weakest secondaries I've ever watched.
Well, they've been active, and that in itself, means that they're trying to do better and trying to be successful. So this will be a good game to watch, especially a Sunday night 8. Oh my goodness, 8:00 game.
They're all going to be good games.
For real, yeah. No
Final
shit.
game.
All
Monday Night Football. You got the Kelly Stafford Rams playing my wife's mad at me or mad at the Detroit Lions fans because they booed us, Minnesota Vikings ass team. You got 15 women with you. You'd think you'd have some sort of recording of the Lions fans taunting you or whatever.
Right.
I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I don't know. You would think that many football wives there.
Exactly, yeah.
And you guys got belt to ass. And you're going to get it again. I love the Rams. This is probably... So if I had to go in rankings, Bills are getting bet. Rams are getting bet. I want to bet the Steelers, too. I love the Rams this week. I think if you had a problem with Mahogany and Muhammad, you're going to have a problem with Kobe Turner and Jared Verse. You got another thing coming your way, partner.
I know, right? I just don't trust Darnold. I'm going to be honest with you. And I think that the Rams do have more warm bodies than the Lions. Now the Lions blitzed their ass off and put a lot of pressure on Darnold and made him think. And the crowd just was going crazy. And I think the Rams will follow that blueprint. They may not blitz as much, but they're going to kind of follow that blueprint. And if the Rams can get their running game together, which they probably will, I think they would be able to win this game.
Yeah, you get Havenstein back, too, on that offensive line.
Yes.
That's going to help you at the tackle position.
For sure.
You should, think about it like this. This is why I was talking about with you. These guys got the rest, and then they weren't even afraid to go from a 3 seed to a 4 seed. That shows you weren't afraid. You said, I will go win this game against Detroit or Minnesota. You knew that was going to be your fate, and you're like, nah, rest Stafford, rest Puka, rest Kyron, rest Kupp.
Yeah.
Let's have guys, on the D line take minimal snaps too. And, shout out to letting Geno get that money too. He got $6 million on Sunday from incentives. So shout out to him for the 180 yards, the 2 touchdowns, and the W. So congrats, Geno. Your 10-17 missed the playoffs.
I know. Hey, what can you say? At least he got paid.
He got paid.
But it's telling the spread.
Yeah, that line moved.
It's a pick 'em.
It opened at 2.5, and then it went to 1.5, and it's kind of leaning back to 2. I just like the Rams. I like the Rams outright in this game.
I do too, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. And they played before, and the Rams got in that ass.
Yeah, it's week 6. I mean, it was not even close.
Yeah, the only teams that the Vikings lost to was the Rams and Detroit twice.
Kevin O'Connell is a product of McVay, too, if that means anything.
Yeah, true indeed, man.
So I really like the Rams in this spot, so that's going to be, my best bets this week. Bills 1, Rams 2. I like Pittsburgh plus 10. That's what I got for you guys.
My best bets, Chargers. That's number 1.
Yep.
Second is the Bills.
Yep.
And the Rams. I hate to say it, but
we got 2 of them together. And Mystery Man, he had a couple picks. He did.
Yes, he did. Let me get his stuff up here.
Get those. He had 4 for us.
He has 4.
Yeah.
He does have 4. You're right. Okay, he has the Chargers. He got it at -3.
Yep.
He has the Steelers at +10.
Hell yeah.
He has the Eagles at -4.5.
Fair.
And he has the Commanders at +3.
We're all on the same page this week. Guys, we've been giving out winners the whole season. Like, subscribe to the channel.
Yes.
This ain't stopping. There's going to be a golf video coming out shortly tonight, too. Obviously, this will be after the fact, but it's coming out.
I might come out with a college football playoff, quick 10 minutes, let you know how I feel, but you know how I already feel. Though.
Yeah, Notre Dame, Texas final.
No, I don't know about Texas.
Big Ten.
I hope Texas beats Ohio State.
Oh, I don't want to see Ohio State. I'd rather see Penn State. No offense, but I don't. They're gonna choke again.
Who knows, man? I think it's going to be a good weekend from Thursday on down to Monday.
Yeah,
it's a 5-day weekend, guys.
It's a 5 days of football specialty, and you got college basketball and stuff coming up.
Yeah, man.
Which I need to start taking advantage of. There's gonna be soft lines out there. Time to start following Ooey Pooey. Sanford.
Right. There you go.
Greensboro State.
Right. I hear you, man. I hear you.
So that's all from the Fumbling the Bag guys this week. Gamble responsibly. We'll see you guys next week for the divisional round.
Cheers.